Swat! What's up, everybody? It's your main man Bennett back here and again, and welcome back to the Nacho Mama's Fantasy Football League Volume 7. We're back at it again with these rankings. Going into the Week 4 Power Rankings. Let's get it. Say. Okay, so you start with 12th place team these here rankings, and it's Team Rob's staying at 12 because they are 0-4. They're the lone haven't won. They haven't won yet. Breece Hall, Mark Andrews, they are to blame for Evan's situation. Auto drafting, be damned. Breece Hall and Mark Andrews were billed as high-end producers who are not producing. In fact, I'll prove it to you. After 4 weeks, Mark Andrews has had 9 targets, 6 catches for 65 yards. What the hell is that? He'll look to get his first win in Week 5. So, there you go. Moving on to the 11th place team. The 11th place team in these are rankings, and it's Dork. Dork comes in at 11, down 2 spots. I love what I'm seeing from C.J. Stroud, Saquon, Terry McLaurin. These are all guys I wish I had drafted. I wanted them, and Randy snatched them up right before I could. Smart man. But what can we say? Garrett Wilson, DK Metcalf, they need to do a little bit more. And as the season goes on, I would venture to say that they will. What can we say? Looking to get back in the winning column in Week 5. Aren't we all? Move on to the 10th place team. The 10th place team in these rankings. And it's the Ghost of Bongtown. Didn't get it done. Staying at 10th place. Staying right even. Right here. I blame Anthony Richardson and Brandon Ayuk. But at the same time, had he played Trevor Lawrence and Cortland Sutton instead of those guys, he would have scored 116 points, which would have gotten the win. However, I would have played the same lineup that he elected to play. Had I the same players, I probably would have done the same thing. So, what you gonna do? 1-3. You don't like it. Huh? Well, we're gonna move on to the 9th place team. 9th place team in these here rankings, and it's Betta W Chedda. Of course it is, because Ben not only got the win, he scored the most points of anybody this week. Good job. 143.6 points. It's also the most points anyone scored at all in a week. And his margin of victory was 63.5 points over Team Rob's, which, let's face it, that's a pretty close matchup, isn't it? No, 63.5 points. It's an overwhelming victory. Probably the best one. We'll see. Sorry, that's a burp. That happens. There you go. He's up 2 spots. He only got 1 win, but he needed back against the wall. His back was against the wall, and he got a win, so he's hungry for more. We'll move on to the 8th place team. And the 8th place team in these here rankings, and it's McDicker Pitts. Tanner's team. Here are my notes for Tanner's team. The hits keep on coming for Tanner's team. It's one thing to be down McCaffrey, Cooper Kupp, and Debo, and then Devontae Smith, but now you got Kyler Murray scoring 11 points against the Washington Commanders at home? What the hell is that? But hey, Tanner's 2-2. What you going to do? He's going to move on is what he's going to do, because if he wins, he's 3-2. That's how that works. So moving to 7th place team. 7th place team in the rankings, it's Team Diaper Funds coming in at 7, down 2. Couldn't get it done, so he's down 2. 7th place. And Zay Flowers getting 1.5 points. What has Zay Flowers become? It used to be Zay all the way. Now it's Zay, can you please just give me a little bit? It's Zay and I pray. You know? Who knows? But, oh, my notes for Corey's team was that he only lost by 4 points. He could have played Amari Cooper instead of Zay Flowers. I don't know if I would have done that. But if he did it, he would have got like 5.5 points, which would have given him 102.92 points and would have gotten the win. But he's got guys like Nico Collins, Jalen Hurts, Bijan, good stuff. He'll look to get a win against Team Robs. Got to move on to 3-2. Hey, 3-2, 2-3. Okay, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 6th place team in these here rankings, and it's the Fancy Lads. Yes, the Fancy Lads. Of course, Whitney did get the win, so he goes up 2 spots. It didn't matter that Josh Allen only got 7 points because Derrick Henry, Chuba Hubbard, and Mike Evans. Is it Chuba or Chuba? I've been hearing Chuba, and I've been hearing Chuba. That guy. Derrick Henry, Chuba, and Mike Evans combined for like 74 points. You're going to have a good time. That's nice. Then you got DeAndre Swift, Brian Thomas Jr., guys like that. Had he played DeAndre Swift and Brian Thomas Jr. instead of Jackson Smith and Jigba and Tyreek Hill, he would have finished with 155 points, which would have been quite a bit. Fancy Lads take on the Ghost this week. That's a battle. That's a battle right there, and somebody probably wants to win. If you ask me, I'll tell you that. So we'll move on to the 5th place team. 5th place team is your rankings, and it is the Quin Dynasty. The Quin Dynasty up to 5th place, 3-1. Did get the win, but it came at a great cost. Uncertain future for Rashee Rice, one of my kind of star guys. You know, he was just kind of really, starting to really come alive there in that Kansas City offense. Blah, blah, blah. Moving on. 4th place team in these year rankings, and it's grand salami time, baby. 3-1. Katie got the win. But I am knocking her down a slot in these power rankings. It's not anything, against her or her team. In fact, I think that guys like Xavier Worthy are really good. And especially with Rashee Rice, unknown. He's got some really good pieces now. Travis Kelce, too. He's been underperforming. He's going to start to whoop. So, that's 4th place team. Moving on to the 3rd place team. And it's Master Cook. It's Master Cook. He got the win. Down a spot. Knocking him down a spot, even though he got the win. It's because I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed. Let me take that again. I'm not impressed, damn it. I won't continue. Brock Purdy, 16 points. Khalil Shakir, yada, yada, yada. He takes on Osai Betta W this week in some battle of some 3-1s, and that's going to be a spicy meatball if you ask me. Move on to the 2nd place team, the number 2. The number 2 team. And it's the Moldy Biscuits. Moldy Biscuits coming in here. Top dog got knocked down one spot. We need A.J. Brown back. Right, Michael? We need A.J. Brown back. Or do we? Maybe we have someone even better hidden in plain sight. If you look at Michael's team, he's got a guy. Guy's name is Lad McConkey. This guy's good. Might be high time to consider sliding Lad McConkey right into your starting lineup. I think that Keenan Allen is failing you and Lad McConkey is your savior. We'll move on to the first place team, the top team, the number one team. Which one could it be? It's Outside Venerable, baby! Yeah! We're putting Darren at 1 at the top, up 3. Why? Why over those older teams that I just mentioned? Well, a lot of these top teams, they all got a little bit of a foible. They all got some issues with them that kind of, I got some curiosity about them. All the 3-1 teams, myself included, have some issues. Every team's got issues. It's fantasy football. But we look at Darren's team and, he's got some issues too. We all got some issues, but he's got Patrick Mahomes. Devontae Adams and Joe Mixon are going to get going. And Kyron Williams and Jaden Reed have been dominating. We have a matchup between Darren and Allen. 2 top teams. And I think whoever wins that's probably going to be at the top of the rankings next week. So, that's it. Have a good week. Rest of your week, day. And, that's all I got.